Chapter 8. Imogen glanced up from her game of fetch as Cookie lost focus, perked her ears, and bolted for the driveway toward the shiny black Ram 3500. Behind it was a large horse trailer, kicking up gravel even at the low speed. Cookie stopped just short of the tires, thankfully, and began to jump on her hind legs like a pogo stick. Imogen couldn't see well through the truck, but every few seconds a head would pop up in the driver's side window as her dog leapt. She hurried over to grab the dog before the driver could protest. Not everyone was a fan of pit bulls, especially overexcited ones. The woman who jumped down from the driver's side was middle-aged and quite posh. Imogen hadn't been on the show circuit for a while, but she recognized high-quality breeches and boots when she saw them. While the woman wore quality gear, it was clear her clothes were comfortable and well-used. She nodded at Imogen before looking at the dog. "Hello, little thing. Aren't you a good guard dog?" Then she turned to Imogen. "I'm Laura. This is Bianca." She gestured to the beautiful blonde passenger who had jumped down out of the passenger side. "We're here to pick up Fortune." "Oh, is that his name? Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm Imogen. Let me tell Gabe that you're here." Imogen turned to go, but Bianca stopped her with a hand on her arm. "Is Gabe here? I'll just go in and find him myself, but thank you." Bianca was beautiful in a polished way, with long blonde hair, straight and glossy, halfway down her back. The nails she placed on Imogen's arm were manicured and dug with a little more pressure than was needed. She smiled tightly at Imogen, then tossed her hair and walked up the front stairs into the house like she'd been there before. Laura explained, "I run an equestrian facility on the other side of the mountain. Bianca is one of my boarders. I'm sorry that he escaped. He's quite a Houdini when he wants to be, but I'm glad he ended up here at least." Imogen smiled. She liked the older woman's upfront demeanor. There was nothing soft about her, but she didn't beat around the bush. It reminded her of home in a way. "He's a beautiful horse. I love his name." "Thank you. His show name is Bold Fortune, but we call him Fortune for short. It started as a joke, but I think the joke's on us because he's accident-prone and has cost us quite a bit in vet bills and maintenance. This time, he ripped down a chunk of fence." She tisked. "It's not like he couldn't have jumped it if he didn't want to. He's a bit of a troublemaker." Imogen frowned, about to say something in the horse's defense, when she heard a woman shouting from behind the house. She glanced at Laura, who shrugged, and they walked briskly back to the source of the noise. Bianca and Gabe were at the round pen, in a standoff with the horse, who now stood with a halter on and a chain over his lip. His feet were planted, and he refused to budge. "Hey, guys, I see you got him haltered at least, huh?" said Imogen. Bianca was obviously frustrated with the situation and glowered at her. "We don't need your help, thank you. I can get my own horse on the damn trailer. Come on, Fortune." If it was possible to dig his hooves in deeper, Fortune did. Despite the chain on his lip, he put his full weight back and pulled Bianca toward him. Gabe stood to the side, hands in his pockets, seemingly uncomfortable. Cookie walked over to him and leaned against his leg in silent support. She understood these were his clients, and he couldn't say anything that would be offensive, but she had no such qualms. She had never had a problem speaking her mind, and she wouldn't stop now. "Maybe it would be better if you asked him nicely?" Bianca stopped yelling at the horse, and everyone turned to look at Imogen with variations of shock and amusement on their faces, the latter which was quickly hidden. "Excuse me?" said Bianca coldly. "I'm sorry, but I don't know you. You don't know my horse, and I certainly don't want your opinion." Imogen shrugged, unapologetic. "You may not want my opinion, but your actions are inappropriate. Your horse clearly doesn't want to come with you, and I can't say I blame him. If you yelled at me like that, I'd run away too." "That's enough." Laura stepped between the two women, breaking the intense stare-down between Bianca and Imogen. "Bianca, why don't you and Gabe go open the trailer door? I'll get Fortune and load him up." The other woman handed the lead rope to her trainer, then stalked off, dragging Gabe by the arm behind her. He glanced behind him at Imogen. The trainer kept the chain in place, but coaxed the lead rope in a strange manner, like she was petting him. The horse was reluctant, but when he came closer, she relaxed the pressure. She then turned her back on him and spoke to Imogen. "You didn't make a friend here. Listen, we don't know each other, but you really shouldn't go around judging other people and telling them how to treat their animals. It's none of your business. Besides, Bianca and Gabe have dated on and off over the last year. Now here you are at his home and embarrassed her in front of him. Be careful. She won't forget that. Laura began to walk toward the trailer, keeping her voice low, the horse following behind her. Imogen kept next to them, put in her place. You're right. I tend to react without thinking sometimes, and that wasn't very nice. I would blame my recent head injury, but, well, I tend to lack a filter between my head and my mouth. Laura huffed out a laugh. It's refreshing, but still out of line. I give everyone a get-out-of-jail-free card. This one is yours. They smiled at each other. Imogen responded, Don't worry about me and Gabe either. I'm not interested in him, and I'm not staying. I'm just here to help my Aunt Jo while she recuperates. I won't see Bianca again. Good. Well, thank you for your help with Fortune. Gabe told me how you helped. I'm going to load him up and let you get back to helping your aunt. Tell Jo I said hello, and I'll stop in to say hello once she's settled in. It was nice meeting you. Imogen turned to the horse, holding out her hand, and giggling as he snuffed it, looking for a treat. Bye, big guy. She silently wished him good luck with his owner, and watched as he was led onto the trailer. Bianca said a few words to Gabe, kissed him on the cheek softly, then shot a death stare at Imogen before climbing back into the truck. Within minutes, the dust had settled, and they were gone. She turned to Gabe. Hopefully we've had enough drama for 24 hours. I'm sorry if I was out of line back there. I was just thinking about the horse and didn't mean to offend anyone. Gabe nodded, saying nothing. He sure was the quiet type. Cookie and I have taken enough of your time, so want to point us in the direction of this deer path? He simply smiled, waved for her to follow him, and began walking away. He was so frustrating.